Hey everyone, I'm Jason, and this is your commentary on Numbers chapter 27. This chapter is all about God's providence. It's broken down into two sections. The first, we see that God provides for the daughters of Zelophehad. He only had daughters, no son, and so they were going to lose their land. They're going to lose all their property, and who was going to take care of them? So they brought the concern before Moses. The second section is where God tells Moses to prepare Joshua and start giving him some of his authority. The people wouldn't always have Moses. They're going to have to move on. And so God provided for all of the Israelites by setting up Joshua as the next leader. The daughters of Zelophehad belonged to the family groups of Manasseh. Zelophehad was the son of Hepher. Hepher was the son of Gilead. Gilead was the son of Machir. Machir was the son of Manasseh, and Manasseh was the son of Joseph. The names of Zelophehad's daughters were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They approached the entrance to the tent of meeting. There they stood in front of Moses and Eleazar the priest. The leaders in the whole community were there too. Zelophehad's daughters said, "Our father died in the Sinai desert. But he wasn't one of the men who followed Korah. He wasn't one of those who joined together against the Lord. Our father died because of his own sin. He didn't leave any sons. Why should our father's name disappear from his family just because he didn't have a son? Give us property among our father's relatives." So Moses brought their case to the Lord. The Lord said to him, "What Zelophehad's daughters are saying is right. You must certainly give them property. Give them a share among their father's relatives. Give their father's property to them. Say to the Israelites, suppose a man dies who doesn't have a son. Then give his property to his daughter. Suppose the man doesn't have a daughter. Then give his property to his brothers. Suppose the man doesn't have any brothers. Then give his property to his father's brothers. Suppose his father doesn't have any brothers. Then give his property to the nearest male relative in his family group. It will belong to him. That is what the law will require of the Israelites. It is just as the Lord commanded me." So we see God's providence for these daughters. It's a real concern that they had. If they didn't have any inheritance, they didn't have any close male relatives, they're just going to be out of luck. They're going to be without any support whatsoever. And so they're asking for an inheritance to be able to go to them, and God allows it. God hears all of our needs. He's actually concerned with what's going on in our lives. Our worries, He takes upon Himself. God is a God of providence. He provides. He takes care of us. Even if the legal system doesn't have it in place, we can still trust in God. I find this particular section to be especially fascinating because at the very end of Numbers, we're a couple chapters out. The entire book ends with the promise to Zelophehad's daughters coming true, where he gives them property in the end. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go up this mountain in the Abiram range. See the land I have given the Israelites. After you have seen it, you too will join the members of your family who have already died. You will die just as your brother Aaron did. The community refused to obey me at the waters of Meribah Kadesh in the desert of Zin. At that time you and Aaron did not obey my command. You did not honor me in front of them as the holy God." Moses spoke to the Lord. He said, "Lord, you are the God who gives life and breath to all living things. Please put someone in charge of this community. Have that person lead them and take care of them. Then your people won't be like sheep without a shepherd." I love Moses' concern. God tells him, look, soon you're going to die, just like your brother Aaron did. And instead of saying, oh, give me more time, or forgive me, allow me to go into the promised land, instead his focus was on the Israelites. He really had a heart for them. And he said, they still need a shepherd. They still need a leader. God, please provide for them. So the Lord said to Moses, Joshua, the son of Nun, has the ability to be a wise leader. Get him and place your hand on him. Have him stand in front of Eleazar, the priest, and the whole community. Put him in charge while everyone is watching. Give him some of your authority. Then the whole community of Israel will obey him. Joshua will stand in front of Eleazar the priest. Eleazar will help him make decisions. Eleazar will get help from me by using the Urim. Joshua and the whole community of Israel must not make any move at all unless I command them to. Moses did just as the Lord commanded him. He got Joshua and had him stand in front of Eleazar the priest and the whole community. Then Moses placed his hands on Joshua, and he put him in charge of the people. He did just as the Lord had directed through Moses. So Moses does extend some of his authority to Joshua. We have several more chapters to go, and Moses is still going to be making a lot of the calls. He's still going to be leading. But now that people know when something happens to Moses, when Moses dies, who's going to take over? By doing it publicly, there is no doubt that Joshua is the next one to take over. That is it for our commentary on Numbers chapter 27. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.